Hello, Pascal. At first, I would like to say that we are really happy to meet you, because all of our team are big fans of Assassin's Creed series, and we're really happy. Tell me please about water world in this part of game. I think it's one of the biggest differences between previous parts.
Yes.
Maybe there are some details or interesting facts about it.
So it is true that it's actually the biggest world that we have created for the Caribbean Sea. This is 16 kilometers square, so it's really gigantic. And I'm not counting the cities themselves. So we also have the three major cities, which are Nassau, Kingston, and Havana. So we still have this ground gameplay, the one that we're used to play for an Assassin's Creed game. But you are right to say that the biggest new thing here is really the open sea. So we'll have an open world setting. The player will have a lot of activities to do in that open sea. It will have around 75 locations to discover. And it will include different type of gameplay, different type of activities. So yes, the setting is really interesting for that. It allows us to have a wide variety of games. So especially for the new consoles, we really wanted to push the engine to the next level of what could be done to do some physics simulation. And the PC version is really up par with the next gen console as well. So it really shows the difference between what we used to have before, especially with the weather system that we have. So the weather system is something really dynamic. The lighting changes just like the weather can change. So this is it really playing a big part in the game experience. It really brings the immersion to a next level. And in terms of physics simulation, what we do is mostly the ocean itself, the waves, how they are calculated. And we also have the rain effect. When the rain is falling down, water is falling down on the ground, you see the ripples. You see much more details with that pushed version of the engine. We also have pushed more for the foliage, especially for the jungles that we have, the lush jungles that we have. It's really interesting to see the wind acting in those bushes, and also as the character is moving, you really see where your character is in that bush, mostly because we don't have any static bush anymore. It's really a physics simulation there. What's really cool also is the sails of your ship. You really see the wind impacting it. So yeah, a lot of differences just because of this new upgrade.
Sounds great, sounds very interesting. Maybe we can see it on the screen.
So here the demo is it's a part of a mission, in fact. So it uses the open world, and this is really what we wanted to achieve, is to try to make the mission use the system that we have developed for the open world. Destroying a fort and taking control over it, this is something that the player will be able to do as an optional activity if you want. In that case, we are in sequence 3 of the game, so it's part of a mission to take control over that fort and have a little talk with the owner if you want. So we'll save it later. As I'm getting closer, I'm going to show you a new weapon that we have. It's called the mortar. So here I can aim at targets that are more far away from the ship. So this is a cool new weapon that we have. Of course, we have a lot of cannons on board, and depending on where I look with the camera, this is what defines which weapon I'm going to use. So it's really intuitive in that way. We also have a new aiming system, so this allows us to be more precise, and even as you can see, the wave simulation, sometimes the enemy could be hidden behind those waves, so it's really useful to get on top of that wave.
Great.
So you can see the wind in the sail. I'm just going to turn over a bit to try to take down that fort defenses. It's the tower over there that I'm aiming at. I think a few shots should do it. And there you go. So that's the first tower. And now at the fastest speed, you see that the camera is pulling out. I'm not able to attack or do anything. It's really made in order to quickly navigate around And now I'll face the first enemy. Oh, he's trying to ram me. There you go, I'll go on the side. I can also use the swivel gun here. Once, not this one, but this button. So once the weak points are spotted on the enemy ship, once you start attacking and it's low energy, it reveals some weak points, and you can use the swivel gun just to finish it. Swivel gun does less damage, so it would be not very effective against the fort over here. I can still use it, but you can see the damage is not the same as when I'm using the cannonball here. And I've got another friend here is trying to ram me. So that's an example of different archetypes that we have, depending on what size of the ship the enemy is and what type of ship you encounter. They also have different strategy. You can see here that this one is really made to ram into the other ship. So his strategy will be to try to go around you and hit you. So depending on the enemy that you encounter, you'll have to choose a different way of interacting with it. And now I'm just trying to not get in front of it. At the same time, I've not been shot by the fort, and I can probably get rid of him just by shooting that. So that's the final blow.
Looks epic.
It is. It is a lot of explosions too. So once you you take the enemy HP down to a certain level, it's completely disabled. So from that point, it is up to the player to decide to shoot again on it to destroy it, or just to get close and start boarding here. So I'll just do a quick example here. So from any angle, the player will be able to get on the side of the enemy once it's disabled, and it will be able to jump on the enemy ship. So I could decide to jump in the water and get up over there to try to kill everyone right away, or I could wait for my crew to get the enemy ship closer, so I can just jump on it. Here I'm just going to use the swivel gun a little bit as they do so, and I might be able to help them. Oh, I think I'll miss it. Ah, I got it.
Great.
There you go. So the goal when you are boarding a ship, it depends. Sometimes you have a different objective, but in that case I have to kill enough of the enemy crew to take control of it. So I think I'll just exit, and you can see that this is something dynamic. We have dynamic damage. Yes, the two ships are really floating like that, so it's really hard to manage to have an AI navigating on that, but we did manage to have it. So the nav mesh is really dynamic. The computer can calculate the space between the two ships, and they jump like in a fluid way on the enemy ship. I can also use a rope here and jump on the ship. Sometimes you have to eliminate just the captain of the ship, so you can go up in the mast and jump from one mast to the other and try to air assassinate, or really the ship is like a playground in itself, so it's a dynamic environment. Now I'll just try to have a little fight. If my crew, okay, 7 out of 10, so I'll have to kill a few. And countering will be easier. So now Edward has a double sword. It makes some new cool moves available. We also got different weapons, some that are more stealth oriented. Sorry. So we have a blowpipe, which is a new weapon. You can throw sleeping darts, or you can throw poison darts. They're really helpful when you don't want to get noticed. So when you are boarding ships, you can decide what you want to do with that ship. So either you use the material out of that ship to repair your own ship that has been damaged during the fight. So that's an option. You can also send it to Kenway's fleet. So the fleet is a metagame that is playable on the console or on the PC, but it's also playable on a companion app. So a app that can be run from any iOS or Android device will be helpful to play that metagame. So you can play back home or in a bus and whatever, and the ships that you have conquered here are transferred back into that fleet, and then from that fleet you can send them in missions. And those captured ships will bring back more cargo, which you can trade into the game that you have here. So cargo is really useful. You see different type of cargo that you can get. There are more than that, obviously. So cargo have a certain value, and at some point you have to trade those cargo to get money out of it. And you use it also to craft new weapon, craft items for yourself or for your ship. So there are a lot of way that you can use that money or that cargo back.
Sounds like a big economic system.
Exactly, exactly. So everything is kind of tied to that economic system. So the more ships you board, the more efficient you gotta be with your fleet on the meta game. But it's going to be more dangerous on the open sea as well because you'll be wanted at some point. So we have a wanted level there. But boarding allows you to get money, so there's a counterpart. Like if you want to get money by boarding, well, you have to make sure that you're going to be able to fight against the officers that are coming after you, because you gotta be wanted on that open sea. I would say even that the hunting system that we have, you can go hunt sharks or whales. That would give you like a shark fin or a whale oil. So that would give you some items that you can also trade back into the economical system, or that you can craft. So it's really all the systems are tied together to create a really interesting loop. There's a lot of new feature, new systems that we have in the game, and it really gives the open world a purpose.
I think I will try it myself for long days and weeks and months.
Yes, there's a lot of time to spend just in the open world itself. The main path covers about 20 to 30 hours of gameplay. So this is mostly an average for players that are not completing everything, of course. So there's a lot to do in that open world. Other than just the single player missions. And now that we have taken the two towers down, I can go on land. I can go try to kill the officer in charge of that fort. So as I was mentioning before, forts, this is one of the locations, one of the gameplay that you can find around the world, and they will be scattered around the world, and you'll have to take control of them. Once you take control, it becomes yours. So basically, you could bring any enemy close to it, as it belongs to you, and it would fight back the enemy.
Great.
So at any moment, the player, except when he's fighting, the player can just release the wheel and jump in the ocean. So if I want to dive up to that very point, I could do so. It's gonna be long, but it's still possible. So at any moment, the player could drop the wheel and go from the ship to the land, like that. So many islands to explore, many different gameplay. In that case, the forts, it's more fight oriented. So you'll see that your crew that was helping you out during the boarding of the enemy ship is also helping you out during the capture of the force. So you see that there's an AI fight here with your crew. I'm just trying to reach the officer. Oh, fragment. That's a collectible you can find, an anonymous fragment. And I'll try an air assassination. So we still got double blades and double sword. Double sword is the new thing here. Edward is carrying two guns, but you can, as I said, you can skin more animals and hunt animals to be able to craft new holsters for a gun. So you can get up to 4 guns at some point. Guns can be used during a fight, just like any other weapon. But we also got a new aiming system. Oops, he's going to get me if I do that. So we also got a new aiming system that will allow you to maybe do a headshot like that. So you could be more effective depending on where you shoot on the body, which is something that we didn't have before. The aiming system is something totally new for AC4 as well. And now, just by killing that officer, I'm convincing everyone else that I'm the boss. So the remaining enemies are simply surrendering, and my crew is cheering for my work. And all I have to do to take control of the fort is just to get into it and change the flag, and it belongs to me. So here we have a little cinematic that belongs to the main story, and we made sure just to cut it at the right moment, because otherwise it would be spoiling part of the story. But yeah, that's basically the gameplay for taking control over a fort. There will be a different difficulty level for forts. The biggest one for sure, you won't be able to take them down as soon as you get your ship. You really have to upgrade your ship, upgrade your cannons, and probably upgrade your defenses to be able to have more health as well. So yeah, different difficulty level, and the player will have to adjust with that. Yeah.
Thank you. And one more question. You used this system by our company
Yes.
for these days, and
Yes.
tell me please, do you like it?
Yeah.
Maybe design or power and so on. What you can say about it?
It's really awesome. It's really looking good. And what's the most amazing thing for even other people that came here to try the version is that it's completely silent. We don't hear it. It's really something good. It's totally powerful. It's silent. And it's really good looking. I've seen also the one for Watch Dogs, and this one is awesome as well. So your kits are really cool.
Thank you so much. We have a dream to create a custom build Assassin's Creed design, and these days we had no time for this.
Okay, short notice.
Because we want to create ideal system, and we will. I think we will start working now, right now. For this, maybe in the next meeting with you,
okay,
we
yeah.
will see Assassin's Creed.
I would be pleased to see that. I would be pleased, yes. So the game is coming out on PC on November 15. That might give you some time to be prepared for that for your launch day.
I think it normal date to create in this because Watch Dogs and NVIDIA custom was created about 2 weeks.
Okay.
From design to manufacturing.
Okay. Well, that's still pretty fast.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
Very pleasure to meet you.
Спасибо.
Спасибо.